Join us on this Saturday night. Chris Webber is joining us at the broadcast table alongside Greg Anthony and David Aldridge on the sideline. This is Kevin Harlan. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. You look at the Wildcats. They're in second, looking to take over the first spot.
Well, right now for the Wildcats, they had a few critics coming into the season, and now I don't think they have any. This is a club ready to not only make a deep run, but possibly win it all.
Oh, come on, GA. You know that's the mindset you have to have. They know if they can get to the playoffs, they have the talent to do some real damage.
Now the starting group for the visitors. Mr. Perfect out there with the chosen one, and it's ABC. Then there's the Quick, and it's Dixon in at the 5. We've got Boomer, garbage man out there with Primetime. Then it's Williams, and it's the Magician in at the point guard. And so here are the Wildcats. The Quick passes to Samuels. Here's ABC. What a tremendous game he played against Minnesota. And it's out of bounds to the Wildcats. Here's Mr. Perfect. In the new season, Chris, every team wants that fast start, but when you really think about it, how important is that in the grand scheme of things?
Well, it depends on where you are. Like, let's think about Houston last year with the injuries. You don't want to get to a slow start where you're fighting for home court advantage. So it's very important. And usually veteran teams know that first 2-3 weeks of the season is when you can sneak teams. And if you're a younger team and you understand that, wait a minute, it's all about attention to detail, focus, and playing hard, you can get some pretty nice upsets early, because when for young teams, once the scouting report comes out and teams hone in on you, it might be a little bit more of a difficult season as the days go ahead. Yeah, watch out.
Here's the Quick. He's coming off a 19-point game against Minnesota.
Not how you want to start the game. 4 straight misses. I'd like to see some better ball movement from him.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
At the line. At the line for 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw. He hits the second from the line. Last game for the Wildcats, they picked up the win against the Minnesota Timberwolves. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. ABC passes to Samuels. 5 on the clock. From beyond the arc, that does not fall. Still looking for his first basket after 3 shots. Here's the Magician. 9 points last game. Inside, and he uses the glass on the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Here's ABC, passes it to the Quick. Here is Garbage Man, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Dixon. At the line for 2.
first one falls for him. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. The Magician passes to Williams. Pass to the Magician with the shot. That shot misses. And the Wildcats the other way now.
They're 1 of 4 here to start, looking to get into a flow offensively.
At the line, Samuels. 2 shots.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. That one misses.
And the chance to take the lead gets away because of the miss.
Gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. The teardrop falls in. The Magician's got his second basket of the game. Here's the quick. No good on his first attempt of the game. Here's the Magician. The pass to Osborne. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Trent Forrest.
Passes to Mr. Perfect. Not going to fall. Starting off slow, he misses his first 3 from the floor. Boomer the pass to Primetime. Good on the shot.
Oh, I love that dish down low.
Gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Dishes it to Samuels. Here's ABC. The layup off target. Guys, they've been getting it done.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough to stop.
The Magician passes to Primetime. Pass to the Magician. Clock at 4. That one doesn't drop. And the Wildcats the other way now. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
And the bench turned up in that one. Whatever they couldn't get from their starters, they got from the reserves.
And when the bench steps up, it takes pressure off the starters. And they stepped up big in that game.
The creation of the super teams, Chris, is enough being done to ensure a competitive balance in the NBA.
I think so. I think that every year you're going to have to evolve in trying to do enough and to see what happened the previous year. But yeah, and the fact remains, though, Kevin, is, you know, I like working with you. You're my friend. I would go work with you. And in basketball, you want to go play with your friends.
Same stuff, yeah.
How do you stop that?
Right.
I don't know. When guys get to hang out in the summer and say, wouldn't it be cool if we got to play together, our kids would play together, and we could win one? That's going to be hard to deter. So I just think it's about how strong the will of the friends are, and more importantly, what is the league doing to kind of not necessarily give as much incentive to do that, but I think the league is doing a great job staying proactive, giving guys a lot of incentive, a lot of reason, a lot of dinero to stay at home with the team.
Now Evans. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Oklahoma City. Here's Williams. Here's Osborne. No good with the layup.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Now the pass to the natural. Pass to Magician. Here is Garbage Man, and it's blocked. And it's out of bounds to the Wildcats. Let's take this chance to see which of last season's teams had the most second chance points in the league.
This was a team that was really savvy when it came to getting position under the boards and then getting those offensive putbacks.
2 on the clock. ABC.
Yeah, really like the defensive focus and intensity at the start. In building this lead, they've done a terrific job finishing their defensive sequences with the backboard. That has been key.
And there it is for him.
Oh, the timing couldn't have been better on that assist.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Pass to Dixon. It's blocked. Right side to Walker. Lays it up and banks it in. Here is Daniels. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And there's the pass to ABC. Just 5 on the clock. Williams with the steal. And now Williams running the floor all by himself.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Yeah, you got to be careful. It's still early. They've expended a lot of energy, but they've also built a nice cushion here.
It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And Williams throws it down.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, they've been very aggressive, and they've taken early control of this game.
And the Wildcats call time here.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Without question. They're giving up too many high percentage looks, a trend that they'd like to reverse.
So for the Wildcats, Big Cat is checked in for Garbage Man. And Moore subbed in for ABC. Walker against Moore. Passes it to Big Cat. Here's the natural. Talking about that win against the Timberwolves, he was definitely a major factor as well.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G8, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, coach is definitely pleased. That's the execution he loves to see.
Back to Walker. Deflects the pass. There's a minute 34 left to play in the first. Moore against Evans. Moore passes to the natural. From deep. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Moore against Evans. Jack for 3. And it's Daniels with the rebound. Gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Here's the natural, covered by Evans. Past the Magician. 9 feet out. Good. He hits the jump shot.
Oh, it's all about the assist on that play. He puts it in the perfect spot.
Outside Jack. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. And so here are the Wildcats. 6-point game.
Yeah, and a bit of a revenge game for them as they were swept in the 2-game season series from last year.
Yeah, for sure. This is a team that feels like they should never be swept in a season series by anyone, but especially when it comes to one of the heavy hitters from the other conference.
Here is Garbage Man. The Wildcats getting their last shot to go. Shot's good by Walker.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Yeah, that's what's frustrating because you did the job defensively to get the stop, and then you gave it right back.
Here's Daniels, and the last second attempt does not go in for him. And that concludes the first quarter of play. The home team up by 6. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Setting the pace early, GA. I like this aggressive mind state. I love this approach so far.
And the home team has possession. They can look forward to San Francisco after this game and a matchup against Golden State. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Evans out there with the Magician. Then there's the Great One, and it's Garbage Man, and it's Walker in at the 3 slot. Now here's Moore. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And the layup's good off the glass.
Now that's where you like your shots to come from.
Being a respectable 47% from the field in this one. Evans feeling it out a bit. There's the pass to Osborne. Outside Jack, just 5 to shoot. Bangs home the trifecta. Jack's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
He's so aggressive at that end of the floor, and that's a quality all great scorers have.
Moore outside. That's a miss. He's made one and missed one.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Outside, Walker. Fires from the wing. And he overshot that one, missing.
It isn't the D that causes that miss. That's just a loss of concentration that time.
Evans with some nice D. Gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. His first shot coming late. That shot off. And the Wildcats the other way now. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Jack with the defensive effort. Magician's gone 1 of 3 from the field here. Walker in the corner. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. The NBA fans sometimes called the 6th man. Chris, talk about what a difference a raucous crowd, a home crowd, can make for a team and a player.
Well, I could talk about that from my experience, but let's talk about from my experience first. Sacramento, we had a lady called Sign Lady. Now, of course, she had a real name, but she says, just call me Sign Lady. She would make the most beautiful signs. Vlade, we believe in you. Peja, every shot is good. She'd make them creatively. They'd be bright. They'd be big. And we looked for her for encouragement. The cowbells, how loud everyone there was. Some first-time gamers saying, this is my first game coming to watch. Go win, Chris. Or people that's been like, I've never missed a game. You want to do it it for the fans, how loud they are, how they get on the teams, how they get on the refs. You got to love it. And then for the rest of the league, oh, my God. Last year in the playoffs, going to the Milwaukee Bucks, their home arena, that new arena they have there, oh, crazy. You want to talk about crazy fans? Go out to Toronto and hang outside with 10,000 crazy fans in the rain while they're singing and shouting and having fun over there in Jurassic Park. And we all know about the great fans that Golden State had all their years in Oracle, some of the most loyal fans ever. The sixth man, the fans being the sixth man, that is not a cliche. That is not made up for PR purposes. That's true and real. And some of the best players will tell you how those fans have taken them over the top, giving them energy to win some games.
Yeah, a lot of energy.
Yes.
Here's the quick. Can't connect from 13 feet out. Doing reasonably well, 45%. The Magician passes to Walker. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played, Forrest. Here's Boomer. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
And that's why you never stop working in the paint at either end of the floor.
Passes it to Mr. Perfect. Here's Magician, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. On Monday, they head out on the road to face the Warriors in San Francisco. Then on Thursday, they'll be playing the Clippers in Los Angeles. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. And he makes the first. Williams, he's checked in for Walker. And then for the Wildcats, the chosen one, he's checked in for money. And ABC subbed in for more. And so he makes both from the line. One negotiating concession the league wants from the Players Union. Prospect attendance, Chris, at the draft combine and team-wide access to player physicals.
Well, this is a tough one because I don't think that a team that is not interested in you should have your physical. And we all know that information is shared, and so it should be genuine in the teams that are truly interested. And so I understand agents holding back on that. Medical information is something very serious that just because you have an opportunity to be drafted, your information shouldn't be spread all across the world just because you're at a combine. It'll be interesting to see how it plays out, but basically you just want a level playing field for everyone. And if we have that, it'll be better for everyone.
Here's the Magician. The Wildcats getting their last shot to go. And it goes down 2 points. The Wildcats have gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. Pass to Magician. He can't get that one.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
With some arc.
Forrest at the line for 2.
Shoot 2.
First free throw is good. Dixon's checked in for the Magician. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Here's the quick. He's guarded by Williams. Rebound by Williams.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
Here's the quick. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. The pass to Samuels. And that one is off. Being 43% from the field. Outside Williams. Passes it to Boomer. Pass to the Magician. Pass to Williams. Lets it go with a three. His second miss, now 2 of 4 on the game. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
The quick passes to Mr. Perfect. The fadeaway. His 4th shot, his 4th miss. Still looking for his touch tonight. Teardrop shot. No good. That puts him at 2 for 6. Shooting only 21% from the field so far. And the pass to the quick. Got a piece of it. Fires from the line. Boomer. The shot. No good. And the Wildcats the other way now. And the call will go against Boomer. That is his first foul of the game.
Man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
The natural, he's checked in for the chosen one. To the paint to end the cold streak. Good. The Naturals got it back down to within single digits for the Wildcats.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
No good that time.
He's not using his head this quarter. He's got to get back to finding high percentage shots.
ABC passes to the quick. The 10-footer. Yep, that one goes.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Passes it to Primetime. This is his first free throw of the game.
2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. We're talking about number 1 options at the offensive end. There's a mentality, right, that you got to have as the team's go-to scorer, isn't there?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Let's look at Harden. He can go 0 for 7, and then he expects to go 27 for 27. How about Curry? Have you ever seen Thompson when they said, oh, my God, Klay Thompson is off. Last game, he only had 11 points. Well, when that happens, you can bet your last dollar that the next game,
Look out.
He's going to make every shot. And so what it is, again, a short memory. Whether you make a lot, so what? I'm going to do that again tonight. And if you missed a lot the previous night, so what? That wasn't this night. Let's get it right now.
Daniels passes to the natural. From outside the arc. Missed the shot. He's 3 for 4 in the game.
Well, he hit that 1 3-pointer in the first quarter. Still none so far here in the second.
His 5th miss. Out 2 for 7 from the floor. Gone 0 of 2 from deep here in the second. Over to the wing. Here's Dixon. Rebound by Williams.
Well, I think at the last second he decides to get slick. He won't make that mistake again.
Count that one. 7 points for the Magician.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Here's the natural. He's got 7. Daniel. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, Kevin, you're right. They needed that. And I love that he just didn't settle for the lay-in.
Being a cool 28% in the second quarter. ABC passes to Daniels. But they recover it. And no good that time.
And he has lost all confidence out there. Still not a single field goal made in the game.
Here's Jack. Here's the great one. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
How frustrating for the defense. You get the stop, but then fail to block out.
Yeah, and it's inexcusable. But all too common. Basketball one-on-one. When the shot goes up, put a body on someone.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Daniels passes to Mr. Perfect. So the wing on the left. Clock at 6. Releases. Open jump shot off the mark.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
You're exactly right. I mean, that's the kind of shot you're trying to work for at the offensive end.
And so it's the home team, up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. And we'll be back with you shortly.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everyone. That was a combination of everybody and everyone. Everyone. Did you catch that?
I got it.
Yeah, Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. How about that first half, fellas? Taking a look at this home squad. And big fella, let's get your thoughts on the home team.
Well, Kenny knows about this. I used to do this to his team all the time. Take advantage of you down low. Mismatch, barbecue chicken alert, make good entry passes. That led to some good looks, obviously a lot of points. When you control the paint, Ernie, you control the game. I was the master of controlling fight paint. Shaquille.
How about you, Kenny? What did you think about the visiting team?
Well, obviously, they were outshot. I thought they mailed it in too many times in terms of their effort. People weren't moving, they weren't screening, and they definitely weren't hustling. They need to hit the ground running to be competitive in the second half, or they could get blown out.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You gotta like what the Magician has done in this game.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. So on the floor for the Wildcats. ABC is out there with the quick. Then it's Mr. Perfect. Then it's Garbage Man. And it's Samuels in at the small forward. Here's the quick to the right side. Here's ABC. Off target at the rim. Shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field. Here is Boomer. Pass to Primetime. Tries from 16. Here's Osborne. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow.
Slow to get warm after the break. 0 for 3 now. Maybe they need an early timeout. It's just to try to settle things down.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Oh, I'm always surprised when it doesn't happen. I'm sure these two will have a good laugh about it later.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. The quick passes to ABC. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
All right, it's a lazy effort. Let's just be honest. Hoping the shooter misses, that doesn't constitute defense.
Here's the Magician. 9 points in the game so far. The pass to Boomer. From past the arc. Hits it from three-point range. Boomer's got 5.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
Here's ABC. Pass to the quick. That one rolling around and rims out.
It's still early, but a 1 for 4 start to the half, that's a bad sign if you ask me. If they've got a can't-miss play, Now's the time to break the glass and pull it out.
2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Both teams deciding to change it up. He hits both from the stripe. The Wildcats have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Moore dishes to Samuels. Pass to Magician. The 15-footer. Evans with the rebound.
Only 1 for 5 to start the half. I mean, whatever adjustments they made at halftime weren't the right ones.
Fires the 3. The shot, no good. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
There's the pass to Big Cat. Down low, here's Moore, and the layup falls. Moore's got his second bucket.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Boomer the pass to Evans. Here is Garbage Man. 5 points in the game. Passes to Boomer. Here's Osborne. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
There he is, beasting on the glass, converting the opportunity, trying to put this game away.
So active, so energetic, helping to lead the charge for this team. Okay, listen, you got to body him up when he's in the paint. If you play off of him, then that's just 2 easy points.
The feed now to Walker. The 3 doesn't go for him. The Wildcats have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Kept alive. Here's Big Cat. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. Gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Walker taking his time here. Second chance shot. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. This is his second trip to the free throw line.
At the line for 2.
2 shots. Pass on the first.
The first free throw is good. The Magician, he's checked in for Boomer. And then for the Wildcats, Money comes in for the chosen one, and Daniels subbed in for the Quick. And so Walker nails both of them. Shooting just 33% in the second half so far. They need to look at more high-quality shots. Moore outside. Shot clock at 5. Makes it off the glass. Moore's got 4 points this quarter.
I mean, it's just fun to sit back and enjoy watching him operate. And that's what it looked like the D was doing as well. They're just sitting back and watching.
Now here is Jack. Pass to Osborne. From 18 feet away. Second shot opportunity. Can't get the layup.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
Evans outside. Over Moore. And it's Evans missing.
The rotation in the D could be better here. It'll cost them next time if it's not.
Here's Moore. It's deflected. Now here is Jack. Guarded closely. Off his leg. And the ref's whistling a kick ball. The great ones checked in for prime time. Wildcats making a switch here. Evans right side. Six on the shot clock. Pulls up on the wing. No good off the front iron.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
Moore against Evans. Pass to Daniels. Moore outside. Over Evans. But they'll get another chance. Here's the natural. Misses the fallback J.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
And Walker kicks to Evans. To end the drought. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And the Wildcats the other way now. Following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Suns in Phoenix. That'll be the second on the road in the midst of this long 4-game road stand. Here's the natural. 7 points in the game. Good as the jump shot falls. The natural's got 9.
As hot as he's been, it still has to be him who leads the charge and helps turn this game around.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
At the line, Osborne. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. So both teams making some changes here. No good on the second free throw. A terrible 27% from the floor. Boy, an off night for them to say the least. And the pass to ABC. Jack's up a three. Jack with the rebound. Jack's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
His offense has been non-existent tonight. It's really hurting him.
Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. Jack's got his 2nd bucket tonight. Gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Right at the free throw line. Daniels, no good. Gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's Forrest. In it goes for the 5th time and 10 shots for him this game.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're pouring it on right here, trying to give the opposition no light at the end of the tunnel.
Here's ABC. Passes it to Mr. Perfect. Puts the fadeaway right on the money. And so here's the home team. Williams with the ball. From deep 3-point range, and that shot was up in time but doesn't go in. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. The home team up by 16. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the 4th quarter. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, it's also called making a good read, understanding where everyone is and taking full advantage. Fantastic.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. They've got prime time. The magician out there with the magician. Then it's Williams. And it's Osborne in at the power forward. ABC passes to the natural. His 3-pointers off the mark.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And it's Captain Clutch with the foul. That is his 1st foul of the game. The magician passes to Osborne. Basket good.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Pass to ABC. And he banks in the layup. Here's the magician. The pass to primetime. Off on the layup.
Excellent, excellent box out there, keeping himself between the man and the basket.
A little over a minute of the 4th quarter gone right now. Passes it to the natural. Offensive rebound. Dixon. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
Dixon. Taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. Boomer, he's checked in for the magician. And then for the Wildcats, the chosen one, he's checked in for the natural. And it's the quick in for Daniels. off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Oh, great flow to that possession. Two players totally in sync with each other.
Gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. Gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Williams passes to the Magician. Here is Garbage Man. Pass to the Magician. 6 to shoot. From the arc. A shot by Williams, no good.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, he just hit a rough patch. He's trying to climb out of it, but he hasn't been successful. Doesn't have to break stride at all thanks to the money lead pass.
The Magician passes to Osborne. Here's Forrest, buried from 15 feet out.
And even with the big lead, he remains focused on the task at hand.
Listen, we talk about killer instinct all the time. He definitely has it. He's keeping his foot on the pedal here.
Here's ABC. Here is Samuels. Shoots off the step back. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Now the pass to the Magician. Here's Boomer. The shot, no good. And the Wildcats the other way now.
He's done a lot of the little things to help put them in front. But his offense has not been there for him tonight.
ABC passes to Mr. Perfect. The turnaround Jay tried to bank it in, but he misses. They are in complete control.
This is the ultimate definition of the zone. Everything they've done has worked.
And the baseline jumper, no good.
They haven't needed him as much as I thought they would tonight.
That one good for 2. Here's the Magician.
And he could tell his guys starting to wear down a little bit. Call time to just let them get their legs back under them.
Ladies and gentlemen, men's team.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, the head coach of the home team had some words for the team during the break. He's obviously pretty happy. He said, I know they're not going to take us lightly next time. He knew what the deal was with that underdog role coming into the game.
Here's the Magician. To the inside. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game, now 6 for 10.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Passes it to Dixon. 3-pointer. Offensive rebound. Mr. Perfect. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
I wouldn't want to be the guy who has to keep him off the boards. He is a beast on the offensive glass.
The Magician passes to Williams. Pass to Primetime. To the middle. Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The Wildcats have gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. And there's the pass to Mr. Perfect. Takes a three. The shot comes out.
If he was shooting even a little bit better, the story of this game would be a lot different.
Here's the Magician. Pass to Osborne. Three-pointer on the way. That shot, no good. And the Wildcats the other way now. Samuels the pass to ABC. Can't get the double clutch layup to drop.
Whoops. Got caught in between moves there on his way to the rack.
Williams can't get it to go. Gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Here's the quick pass to Dixon. And they turn it over. Stepped in the line that time. Gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter. The pass to Osborne. Here's the Magician. Passes to Primetime. Back to Williams. Looking to get back on track here. The second effort. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
That's his second personal foul. At the line, Osborne. Taking 2 shots.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
And he makes the first.
And one difference this half is that when they get to the line, they're converting.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And as a team, they're hovering around the high 80s from the free throw line. They've gotten better as the game has gone along, which is exactly what you want to see.
Here's the quick. Pass to ABC. Here is Samuels. He's guarded by Williams. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's the quick. And he gets it to go.
No, but sometimes you don't need a haymaker, just a jab. You got to get those easy looks inside.
Pass to Williams. He can't get it to go. Gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. A minute 50 left in the fourth quarter. Battles through traffic and lays it in. 6 points for the quick.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, it's the attack mindset. I mean, that helped him prevail right there. Sometimes you just got to go with your gut.
With that miss, he's now made 6 and missed 6 from the field. We see the shift toward players on competing teams becoming friends. How does that compare to when you played, Chris?
It's a little bit different. The players that I admired the most, I wouldn't be friendly with on purpose. We were in the same position. A guy like KG, one of my favorite players ever. We're close now. But during when we played, it was either me or him.
Really?
It was
Wow.
both of us. I didn't want to hang around with him when I'm trying to beat him in the summer. But, you know, you got guys like the Banana Boat crew and LeBron and Wade. They're good friends anyway. Melo and Bron came in 1 and 2, and they had that relationship. So I think relationships are always great. Really, it's just about can you turn the friendship off when you cross the line. I know that Banana Boat crew can, and I know others can as well, and that's all you want. As much as you're friends off the court, I want you to dislike each other on the court through your friendship, just like a big brother, little brother type of thing. So I don't think it's a problem.
Here is Samuels. Mr. Perfect the pass to ABC. Here's Dixon. And it's off from three-point range. They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
And guys, shot A comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operator.
Outside Williams. So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And that about wraps it up. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.